Hi everyone and welcome back to the Upside Dan. Today I will be reviewing Coming Home in the Dark, and this is my second movie that I got to see at the Sundance Film Festival 2021. Virtual or not, this was such a cool experience. At the time of recording this, I still have two more movies to go. First Date and Judas and the Black Messiah. Very excited to watch more, and I hope you guys can check out those reviews when they're out. A schoolteacher is forced to confront a brutal act from his past when a pair of ruthless drifters takes him and his family on a nightmare road trip. This film was directed by James Ashcroft, written by James Ashcroft and Eli Kent. It is based on a short story by Owen Marshall. It's starring Erik Thomson, Daniel Gillies, Miriama McDowell, Matthias Luafutu, Frankie Paratene, and Frankie Paratene. Let me start out by saying that this film gave me very strong funny games, The Strangers kind of vibes, except in a car. I was on the edge of my seat pretty much the entire time. It hooks you pretty close to the beginning and it does not let you go. This family is just on its way to a little hike and a picnic. They're just on a nice family picnic when two random strangers, or seemingly random strangers, come and, change their day. This family fun day turns very sinister really quickly. This piece of very well written and performed dialogue that sticks with you from the moment it's said to the end of this film and beyond. The dialogue goes, when you look back, this will be the moment you wished you'd done something. Such a brilliant line, performed brilliantly. The delivery of that line and what follows immediately is just eerie, breathtaking. It's just emotional and shocking. This film is very dark and demented. It really can get under your skin. There are definitely some hard to watch scenes in here, and a lot of violence and dark acts. But this beginning scene is such a tense one, and it does not let up from there. So the family road trip, the hike, the picnic, it's all like happy. There's still some eeriness in the air because I knew it was gonna be, a thriller, a suspenseful thriller, kind of horror. There is some eeriness in the air, and the score definitely conveys that. Throughout this whole film, I thought the score really was used to great effect. Anyway, it starts out kind of happy. They're driving. They're just acting like a normal family on a normal break. And the two brothers are, arguing like real brothers because the actors are actually brothers. So they were able to ad-lib some lines, as I found out in the Q&A afterwards. By the way, it was really cool to be part of, the Q&As for How It Ends, which you can check out my review. And, of course, this one especially because I enjoyed this movie a lot more. The cast and the crew of this one, just in the Q&A, they seem so passionate about this project. They loved it, and it made me like it and appreciate it even more. So anyway, we find out in that Q&A that these two brothers are actual brothers, which I would have found out anyway by looking at IMDb, or it's just a crazy coincidence that they both had the same last names. But no, they're brothers. They got to ad-lib some lines. These four really felt like a family. So on a nice, happy family road trip, they get to the hiking spot. It's all open and beautiful scenery. It's daytime, the sun's shining. They're walking, and the one son, I believe the youngest son, sees two men up on the cliff up there. And they do this weird wave thing. It's very eerie, and you just know that the day's going to change for the worse for this family. These characters' lives are going to change forever. Just seeing those men up on that cliff, I knew something was going to happen, and obviously because it's a movie, not an open scenery, it's a big open world. But as this film gets more tense, it gets more claustrophobic. Like I said, after this intense picnic scene with that intense line that I said earlier, that's when this film gets more claustrophobic, and it gets dark outside, literally, and the film, just keeps getting to a very dark place. So we are spending most of the rest of the, runtime of the film in a car. And these writers, directors, and these actors had to come up with different ways to still keep us intrigued, even while just in, such a small confined place, such as a car. They're driving at night. There's not much else going on except what is going on in this car with this family and these two, nasty, terrifying villains. But the acting, the writing, the directing, it all pulls off. They pull it off very well. I thought they added some things to the genre. They did use some tropes here and there, but not too much. I think they put their own spin on a lot of this stuff, and it felt more eerie. You never expected, what was going to happen. It just kept me guessing. They did a great job in such a confined area. It kept me constantly wondering, like I said, what was going to happen, what this family was going to do to try to get out of it. Were they going to get away? Were some of them going to get away? Was their plan going to kind of work, half work, not work at all? What were going to be the consequences? Were they going to be dire? If these bad guys caught them doing that, or if they did do that, and then the bad guys caught them, what was going to happen with this family and these villains, these terrifying, terrifying villains? It just goes to show that there's going to be repercussions. These villains mean business. For a while, they keep up the mystery too. Is this just a random kidnapping of this family? Random, hostage situation? What is going on here? Because they robbed them, and it seemed like they were going to let them go. Well, they said they were, but we knew there was so much of the movie left. They weren't. And then you wonder what happened. Did someone in the family do something to these characters in the past? Were they unintentionally involved in something? Or was it random? And you'll be wondering that for a while, and you get answers and answers. And to me, it was very satisfying to see that. The answers were satisfying for me. The ending was a satisfying one. It was an emotional one as well. It will, have you wondering if a revenge tale, whether it's bad, good, did it warrant this? Are these characters really all that bad? Are these characters really all that good? There is something that went on in a couple of these characters' past that was tragic, that we are wondering, like I said, does it have anything to do with this? And you will find out different things throughout the film. Like I said, I was satisfied with it. I was satisfied with the ending. Overall, I hated this movie so much. No, that was stupid. Overall, I loved this movie. I really loved it. I was on the edge of my seat. I enjoyed the acting, the writing, the directing, the cinematography, the messages here, the themes here, the suspense, the thrill ride of it all. I loved it. I definitely recommend it whenever it comes out to the public. I cannot wait to buy this on physical media, probably see it again at some point. I'm so glad that I decided to see this at the Sundance Film Festival. Anyway, what would I rate Coming Home in the Dark? I would rate Coming Home in the Dark 9 out of 10. Coming Home in the Dark gets a 9 out of 10 from me. If you liked what you've seen and you want to see more, click around here, see more videos. You might be interested in some of them. You might be interested in all of them. Go subscribe to my channel somewhere around here if you haven't. Hit that notification bell. Comment down below. Please blow up those comments. Like this video, subscribe, and come to the Upside Dan.